used to be a great society. Now look at us.
Have you seen the Mona Lisa in real life? If not, that's totally understandable. Maybe you just don't have the time and money to go to the Louvre in Paris? And after going all the way to Paris, stand in line for like an hour or two just to get a 1 minute long glimpse at her? So FYI, the Mona Lisa is like small, really small. It's like a 360p painting. Now imagine somebody wants to make that painting more accessible to more people. That sounds cool, right? Let's say they upscale the image and post it in like 1080p or 4K or whatever for anybody to see. That's awesome. Now we can all see and enjoy her smile on our devices. However, with that comes some questions. Is it still the same as viewing the real thing? Can you still see all the little details and perhaps even flaws in the original? Can you see the texture of the paint on the cloth? Do you see the cracks that have formed over time? Probably, if they didn't modify these things. Do you still wonder who she was, what she was thinking, or if she was even real? Do you get a sense of what life was like at the time? What the artist was imagining or experiencing when he made it? Of course, we can't know those things, and many of these questions are impossible to answer. But we can imagine. But let's take it a step further. So let's say another artist decided to paint Mona Lisa too, but make it bigger, better, and more exciting. That way, more people will be able to see and enjoy the painting, right? The new artist then might even claim they in fact did what the original artist envisioned, or that they are honoring them. Bonus points if they are earning off their new work. Then, of course, there will be people claiming they like the new painting better than the original because it's like so much cooler and shiny and so much more modern, right? Is it now really honoring the original artist and the original work? So, if you, like myself, think games can be or are art, you might see where I'm going with this. In the Mona Lisa example I cited, the first person who upscaled the image essentially made a remaster. The second one, where the person decided to create a new painting, would be a remake. And let's not get started on reboots. Tomb Raider, I'm looking at you. Art should evoke some feelings in you, and I believe sculptures, movies, novels, even animation and comics can all be art. Games, of course, too. And of course, not every game is art. Just the same goes for any other form of media. And remakes are already a thing in films as well, and I think they are mostly just as strange. Imagine a remake of iconic films such as The Godfather, or somebody trying to rewrite Crime and Punishment. Now, I understand the analogy comparing paintings and games is not entirely accurate, because games, in fact, can theoretically be endlessly replicated and distributed. Does that change the fact that they are art? Anyway, isn't it strange that companies choose to sell a newer replica instead? Does the new Resident Evil 4, for example, really evoke the same perfect mixture of campiness and action as the original? You tell me. Is Silent Hill 2 Remake as rich with nuance, tension, and Lynchian weirdness as the original? Let's be real, it's all about money, and I can understand wanting to sell more copies of a game, but why not also offer the original at a fair price with an update for modern systems? Do what was done with Tomb Raider, offer a new coat of paint while also preserving the original textures, allowing players to choose between them. They did all of this while making the game work on new systems, as well as offering an alternative control scheme. I am a huge fan of this approach. I mean, what are they so scared of that we might compare the original to the remake? And let me just rant for a bit. Does it take anybody else off that they just name remakes the exact same name? It's as if they're trying to replace or make us forget about the original. It just doesn't feel like it's done to honor the past. It feels more like rewriting it. And of course, there are times when remasters do weird things too, like cut things or add things. And these should all be viewed with a critical eye, in my opinion. The same goes for remakes. You can even look into the context of remakes and why certain decisions were made, and make up your own mind about them. Games, like other works, are a product of their time and environment, after all. Look, I'm not saying that companies aren't allowed to make remakes or milk existing IPs for profits. I'm just saying that as a consumer, we have a right to be picky about where our hard-earned money goes. Especially given the fact that they usually charge premium prices for these products. And as for me, I just really want to play the original game whenever I can, so that I can better understand how things were, and if I want them to actually change or not. And some things are honestly meant to be interpreted by the audience. Look, all I want to do is get that opportunity myself before a remake decides it for me. I don't really care what companies decide to do, but I must confess I am a little fatigued of this culture of remakes. It feels so devoid of creativity. I therefore hope your first reaction to hearing about a remake will also be, let's try out the original game first. Or again, if you've played it before. Preserving old games is so important for this reason. So let's stop trying to repaint the Mona Lisa every few years and appreciate the original brushstrokes and flaws and everything. And all of this is, of course, just like my opinion, man. Please don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to your comments.